The focus this morning. Can God trust you? Can God trust you? Can God trust you upon the mountain? Can God trust you down in the valley? In good times and bad, can He trust you to remain faithful? There are times when you know you are living upright for the Lord and you are expecting God's protection and complete coverage from the darts of the enemy, because you know you are walking in His word. But you know, that's the time you may face some trying times while walking upright. But why? Is it that you are being punished for something? Some sins long ago? Is it a test of faith? Why this? Why now? You may ask these questions. Well, the right question you should ask is, can I remain faithful in this test? When you have the option at your fingertips of cheating or escaping rather than to go through, you have to ask yourself, can I remain faithful? Can God trust you with trouble? Don't think that it's because you have done something wrong or you are being punished why you may be faced with a test. It's just that God trusts you enough to allow it. He will permit what you bear and for how long you can bear it. Or rather, how long you will bear it. He is boasting about you, and He allows it to show the devil you are faithful. The question again, can God trust you? The focus this morning, can God trust you?
You are now in tune to the hottest on radio, the blessed one, the hottest radio host, King Solomon.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting.
You may ask these questions. Well, the right question you should ask is, can I remain faithful in this test? When you have the option at your fingertips of cheating or escaping rather than to go through, you have to ask yourself, can I remain faithful? Can God trust you with trouble? Don't think that it's because you have done something wrong or you are being punished why you may be faced with a test. It's just that God trusts you enough to allow it. He will permit what you bear and for how long you can bear it. Or rather, how long you will bear it. He is boasting about you, and He allows it to show the devil you are faithful. The question again, can God trust you? So He's depending on you to remain faithful in that test. I don't know what you're going through this morning, but God is depending on you to remain faithful. Job 1:7-8, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, that perfect and of right man, one that feareth God and shuns evil? God is boasting about you. Can you imagine that sometimes this could be the statement God is making about you? You see, God knows who would fail Him in trouble and who would not. He knows who can, or rather who He can depend on or who to boast about. Those who will remain faithful in trouble. There are days you feel weak in body and weak in faith. And you would wish that God, does not ask Satan that question today because you're not at your best. But he knows even in your weakness that he can still trust you to remain faithful. God trusts you. The enemy knows that there's an edge around you, your finances, your children, your job, your house, your assets, your family, even your very reputation. He knows that God has placed an edge about you. God said, have you considered my servant? The devil is saying, just remove the edge and see what will happen. Don't you know that he or she will curse you to your face if you do that? And you know what God did? He surrendered. He surrenders your position, or rather your possession, to the devil, but he could not touch your life. Verse 11, and the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he has is in thy power, but lay no hands on him. All of a sudden, things are turning out bad in your life. All of a sudden, things are not working together. All of a sudden, persons are being laid off at your workplace. No job. Bills start piling up. Agencies are calling for their money. Children can't go to school. Food can only be eaten twice a day. Relationships growing bitter. All of a sudden, the hedge has been removed. It happened so quickly that you have to be pinching yourself to wake yourself up out of this dream, but it's real. All this happened at once, all at once. Just at the time when you were getting higher in God, when you were storming in your prayer life, you were faithful to God, doing His will. What could have gone wrong? Is this a punishment? It's no punishment. God trusts you. That's all there is to it. God trusts you enough to allow it. Messengers came to Job one after the other. Your possessions are gone, Job. Your animals, your children, your 7 sons and your 3 daughters are dead. The hedge has been removed. The protection of possessions been removed. You see, earlier in the passage, it was said that Job offered sacrifices, burnt offerings according to the number of his children, just in case they had sinned against God, or just in case they have cursed God. Job wanted to secure their protection in God, and he did this repeatedly, day in and day out. You see, maybe this is the same thing for you. You've been praying for your children, and the more you pray, things are going otherwise. They start to smoke, they start to disrespect you. Many times the hedge has been removed. And what do you do in this time? Will you trust God because He trusts you? God trusts you enough to put you through this. And all He's requiring from you is to remain faithful. Job arose, rent his mantle and shaved his head, and fell down on the ground and worshipped. Job worshipped. Not the usual scene after a great loss. You can't even find strength to worship God. He declared, naked I came into this world, and naked I shall return. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord in crisis. Not many can say that. The Bible says, in all this Job sinned not, or said anything foolishly against God. Job went further to declare, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Job 13:15. You see, some situations you may find yourself in,
True.
honestly, it feels as if God is slaying you. But God has already given the devil instructions. You can touch what she has. You can touch what he has. But you dare not put your hands on his life. But many times we allow vanity to lead us to curse God. Throw in the towel because we can't see what we want, and don't realize that He's sparing our lives. If we can't get the desires of our heart, then we might as well die. That's our crime many times. You know, Job's speeches became speeches of death too, you know? But even in that he remained faithful, trusting God. Job's wife said to him, why are you maintaining your integrity, man of God? You know, many times people around you say to you, what you know you are Christian? Why are you maintaining your integrity? Curse God and die. Job 2:9. God trusts you with trouble. He could find none other to boast about in that situation but you. So he's depending on you to hold out.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people, you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
You are now in tune to the hottest thing on radio, the blessed one, the hottest radio host.
In your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebody. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth.